Is this easy? No, it's not easy. It's incredibly difficult because that pain is your foundation. That pain is your power. That pain is your ammunition for the next level. That pain is the birthing of the next you. Don't try to put your divorce behind you. What if, in fact, that's actually the worst advice you can follow? Move on, put yourself together, put your feet together. What if that's actually what's causing you to get stuck? What if trying to move on too fast is what's actually causing you to stay stuck? My name is Jason Drees, and I've been there. I just recently, this year, was divorced from my partner of 16 years. I remember living in this beautiful house, 3,500 square foot house in Terrytown, Texas. 5 bedrooms, had a pool, walking distance to the school. To take my boys to school, could walk there. It was amazing. And now I'm here standing in this 2-bedroom, 1,100 square foot apartment, empty, no furniture, trying to keep the rest of my life from falling apart, not sure what I'm going, not sure what's going on, not sure how I got here, like what the hell happened, right? And then I'm sitting here and people are telling me, you just gotta move on. You just gotta put that stuff behind you. You just gotta stay strong and you gotta do that. But how do you put that stuff behind you and move on when inside you may be unraveling? And I was unraveling not because I missed her. And I really didn't actually. About the majority of the pain that I was experiencing wasn't about her. It was about the family. It was about the future. It was about the vision, because I didn't know who I was without it. And without knowing who I was without it, I was kind of felt like everything was falling apart. So that's why that advice wasn't helpful, because people are like, Jason, you got to put it back together. Like, that is not the best advice. And that was the moment that I realized I didn't need to put the divorce behind me. That was the moment I realized I needed to work my way through it, because the divorce is not just some fire you have to survive. It's the foundation for the next chapter. The common trap that most people get caught in is they try to rush through this chapter. They try to rush through the next level. They try to move on. But as you've probably done, probably noticed, trying to move on like that doesn't work. You may feel like that temporarily, but the underlying foundation doesn't change, because you've got a lot of processing to do in your subconscious mind, in your belief structure. This is an emotional, physical, mental, traumatic experience. It literally is. It's one of the most traumatic experiences you can go through. So you want to give yourself a little bit of grace and understand that those people that are trying to help you by saying move past it are simply saying that because they don't know what else to do. And what I want to say to you right now is there's a better way. There's a faster way through this. And what I also want to tell you is that the faster way through it is not avoiding the grief. It's not avoiding the heartbreak. It's not avoiding the pain. You have to feel those emotions. You have to work your way through it. You have to face it head on. Like if you're facing a storm, the fastest way through that storm is directly into it. So by turning into that storm, facing that storm, feeling those emotions, and really giving yourself the space to process, giving yourself the space, the emotions, and what that basically means is you need to give yourself space to cry. Yes, you do. Now, you may not be comfortable with crying or familiar with crying. I never cried that much until I went through my divorce, and I cried all the time. And because it's really this backlog in emotion. And it got to the point where the more I cried, the happier I started to feel, because I was releasing all of that. And I finally made peace with myself and realized the way I need to get through this is I need to feel my way through it. And I have to feel all of these emotions. So I cried as anytime I needed to. And I remember the point where I got a day. I went a day without crying. And then I remember I went a week without crying. And I was proud of myself. I'm like, I made it a week. And then I'm driving in the car home from the gym and I hear this song, and this song makes me cry. So what do? I go home when I'm alone. I didn't have my boys then. Put on that song on repeat, and I cried until that song no longer made me cry, because I realized that song was releasing a pocket of trapped emotion. And you've got to get that stuff out, because you're literally going through an identity death. And you're losing yourself, and you don't know who you are, and everything. It's literally that old life, that old version of you is dying. It is. You can't stop it. You could try to cling on to it, but the more you try to cling on to it, the worse it's going to get, and you're going to lower your standards, and you're going to not be proud of yourself. You have to move forward. So you have to let that part of you die. And that's where the identity death comes in. That's where the crying, that's where the grief, the processing, lean into it. Is this easy? No, it's not easy. It's incredibly difficult, incredibly painful, incredibly challenging, but it's how you come out the other side. And it's how you not only survive divorce, it's how you thrive from divorce. Because that pain is your foundation. That pain is your power. That pain is your ammunition for the next level. That pain is the birthing of the next you. And what better, and now your divorce may have been on good terms or bad terms, but if you're angry at your ex, there's no better revenge than success and happiness. And even if your relationship is great with your ex, being better from this is going to help you. It's going to show your kids what's possible. Hey, dad or mom can still reinvent themselves through all of this. Is it easy? No, it's not. But I know you're capable of it. I've been coaching people professionally for 13 years now. I'm a professional mindset coach. I started coaching for Tony Robbins, started my own coaching company. I have a team of coaches that work for me. And I primarily focus on helping entrepreneurs and investors help expand their mindset so they can grow their business and make more money. That's where I typically focus. But as I've been going through this divorce, my content is focused a little bit. So I've got a lot of experience helping people shift their mindset. I've got a lot of experience helping people overcome their limitations. And I want to share that with you right now. And that's why we're talking about divorce the way we are. The real path forward is into the storm, right? I mentioned that, into the storm. And where we want to go, the first thing you need to do is you need to decide that I'm not only going to survive divorce, I am going to thrive from divorce. Now, you may not think that's possible or may not even know how, but that doesn't matter. That's the starting point. Excuse me, I'm a little congested as I'm traveling here. The starting point is like, I am going to find a way to thrive through that. And one of the best ways to do that is with an ownership statement like this. So repeat this after me. I take full ownership of my life and everything in it. I am going to find a way to thrive through this divorce because I'm not going to stop until I do. Did you say that out loud? One more time. Say it out loud. You'll feel the shift. I take full ownership of my life and everything in it. I am going to find a way to thrive from divorce because I'm not going to stop until I do. See the power in that? See how great that feels? Because we're starting to speak the reality we want into existence. That's why we make those statements. Those aren't affirmations that you got to keep pumping me up. Those are ownership statements of the new reality. So what we're going to do is we're going to reclaim our power. We're going to focus on getting back into ownership, back into strength. We're going to build on that foundation. We're going to own that pain as your ammunition. We're going to reclaim your power. We're going to reclaim your purpose. So you've got direction. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why is it important for you to be successful? Why is it important for you to come out the other side? What type of opportunity do you have to still impact your children and those around you? That's where the purpose is. Dig in and find that. Number 3, you want to rise with clarity and confidence. And I'm sure the divorce is crushing your confidence right now, but that doesn't mean you can't rebuild it. The way you start to rebuild that confidence is by doing the work. What's doing the work? Facing the pain, heading into the storm, crying, processing, and coming back to yourself over and over again. I take full ownership of my life and everything in it. That's how you move. And step 4 is to grow your wealth. Yes, grow your wealth. Why? Because money is all mindset. Let's not just make you thriving on the other side and happiness. Let's make you thriving and wealthy on the other side too. So again, those 4 steps is reclaim your power, reclaim your purpose, rise with clarity and confidence, and grow your income and wealth. Doesn't that sound good? You may say, Jason, I don't know how to do that. Doesn't matter if you don't know how to do that. That's a destination we're choosing to go after. And once you set that destination, you figure out how to get there. That's the step. Figure out how. So we've got this new destination. And remember, people telling you just move on are doing everything they can to help you. They simply just don't get it. And they can't because they're not going through divorce. So the thing is, don't just put that divorce behind you. Integrate it, transform it, rebuild on top of it. Use that pain as your ammunition, your foundation of truth and integrity and honor and love and compassion and devotion moving forward. You are capable of this. This isn't about destroying you. This is about tearing you down so you can be reborn into the next version of you. If you want more help, watch this video again, subscribe, click like, and in the link right here in the description, you can see a link to my weekly training. I do a training every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central, and I'll give you the 4-step framework on how to thrive from divorce. You're not alone. I've been through it. I've made it through it. You can make it through. Thank you for watching. My name is Jason Drees. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.